me de ma ban de ba so o person me bokro no a enye me ho na obeba because my ban is not here to steal. Why na ni Mahama na ne why na ni Mahama why na nhu Mahama manmuo me na me won me kasa na people don't understand me. From 2012 to 2016 na me sheda to kotena Ghana from fear miensa me tra Ghana fear mako miensa na ebinum sorry 4 years na manfo kwa nim say deport me afira brochire edu abiko ne manu me ho. The situation and the condition that things that were going on na ene sa nipa we ya etimi san be gina ho ekeka na nim si so ekeka nsamfo de kire yen na yen so ye boje so abusa o mentie Mahama muntie nsem Mahama eka no. We are going to justify Mahama this afternoon. Me say ene asore no ha na ye be ye no na omonkwasi abosia na omoka ho asem no. I have already explained it to you. Say the law or the loans and the debt, eye etise honam ne ntoma. Etise honam ene ntoma. Debt, any loan, any development, ewa mamuo mu no. Etise honam ene ntoma. In fact, if you read deep economists, what they say, debt is sources of wealth. When me can be better. Obi tiase ti obesere me Thomas Boateng mo akwaba. Me say debt oka ka eye sources of wealth. Just say what eka ema yenka ne say ano da bi nye eka bosiabo ema ubede ho. Obviously it depended the other bosia ne beye enti se wo na ye Mahama na ukwaje bosia na yesifa koye Eastern Corridor Road na wo de sa sika no ekoye research ehwese wo betimi anwene 2016 elections sa aka no emma wunya wo ho utemiye se wudi Ghana man so na ukobo bosia se wo de kwakoye Eastern Corridor Road na sika no wo de koye election researcher sa sika no eye car ebebo wo fom eno no eye liability debt eye liability debt sa so ye from Mahama na wudi Ghana man so na wuji sika na sika ni se so we de bebe wo de school ama nkwada nya school akọ na wo de koye bus branding ewo Ghana man no mu a sa sika no ebebo fom sa aka no ebebo fom but ye foro akufo na wudi man so na wo bobosia na wudi bi si railway lines wudi bi man kwada akọ school wudi bi ma hospitals ahodo wo man no wo ma a teacher for sika wo hye akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ nkuran eto amakatua wo ma doctor for akatua den ekosoro wo ma health insurance cover more diseases in the long run no sa aka na wo boy no sa abosia na wo boy no ebeba beye ahunya de amaw. This is the difference. This is the difference. It's not about sika bosia saying na wabo. It is about dear ben investment now this abosia na ye can mo se monte ase. Ye can mo se mo de monte ase because according to you no bosia bia eye bosia Jimmy akwasi wasande de ho aba. Kwasi ampanyini ena ye Sunday peba bi da e man medi wa atema wia we na Nfa nkoda Nana Kofi Adu say I was ma me atem but look at this guy momenti Mahama kakra na me no nso
protect and preserve us so that on 7th December we can exercise our franchise and vote to change the trajectory of our country Ghana and make the lives of our people better. On this occasion, I'd like to thank all our supporters, our sympathizers, our foot soldiers, our activists for the strong work that you do to keep our party strong and vibrant. On this occasion, I remember one of our foot soldiers called Wasiu. Wasiu would have been here with us. We call him popularly Aponche. For those of you who were in Asin North, he is the one who, when there was pressure, he took a cement block and raised it and fought for NDC. Today he's not with us. May Allah grant him peaceful rest.
Abusuetio, tie niye. Mahama is the most violent and the most gangster type of person that has ever led the country. What you asema okan? What you asema okan? He is endorsing a violence that happened in Asin Central. A supporter okofa Smith Bro so odebebo obi. Tieniyo, sa nipa we no person mra medi so. Sa okoto aba enipa we. Sa nipa we e no so mra medi so. Se obi afa cement block so odebebo obi tim. Obi afa cement block so odebebo obi tim enti no yen en record. We have to remember and have a memory for that person. Such a violent statement from a former president. Jimmy Nkwa, Hedan Kwasiafo, ye. Jimmy say, yes, and I'm yet a chima. Ya bubu amanfo to say, Mwankoko, Jimmy. Jimmy, sir. Jimmy na, Modiko Dim Kwasiasemwo. Tachima South wa. Setachima not so. Yabubo to say Nkoko amu yano. They have started instigating new people for this another 2024 election. Samusimo Jimmy, Mubewu to say Nkoko. Ye kumuno, na say dunketiana na mati Canada. Mahama na o use violent to instigate you no. Sabre no tibabia. Soja for mo twa ne ho ahia na nya de ketwa. Etimu akwasi nom. Po atanom. Alexander Senaman Kofi, Jimmy Fose, you will go in front of the police, show your pistols, and the police will gun you down because more. And today, how the police services in our country has reached to know, you cannot gun them down. They will rather gun you down. A Jimmy and a former president can stay on a podium and say something like this, congratulating a violent action of his supporter, Aden. This man is not MP. Saman we onye MP. He was the former president of this republic. And any word that comes from his mouth matters a lot. Any word, any single word that comes from the mouth of this man has a lot of value. So, ebalese no timiko jeni padodo we yanim. Say ye moye nsamuma obi a ofa blog say ode kobo isi o se hwan tim e wase not. Gradually, Mahama is inciting the NDC supporters to be violent. Asemo yo kan ye. Kwase ampanye bi ogina dom we mu nimu se yedru se ye to aba na ofa se kan de kowo obi or the buo ekobo obi or fatu kotubo obi a Mahama will recognize him You know, the cycle of the illiterates, very easy to manipulate. And Mahama knew, so when he can say, Ninkro for the Brinan, your ignorance, the heaviest number, your ignorance. So indirectly, Mahama is instigating, Mahama is stimulating these fools there to be violent during the 2024 election, because after all, he, the leader, will recognize you. Such a shame and a stupid statement that any former president can never say so in the public. Wey man fufuro bi mu a enka yebechi Mahama. Man fufuro bi mu a enka Mahama will be under prosecution, investigation. That statement is no go there. It's abomination. Instigating the youth to be violent. Calling for violence during elections, trying to manipulate the mind and the minds and the brains of the ignorance who are loaded from Tema, Fanti area, to come all the way to Tamale to come and see you, and they came there, and Asema will catch the one said, they have to practice violence during the election, because you, Mahama, you are going to recognize them. And then, why this man can understand the position that he hold? Papa went to say, "Baby, I didn't do no. The bra wedi ewo minum no. Aye, the brebi e sombo. Enti nsembi oho na num eni kwanse pieba." His says and hundreds so say he for and to me papa say he is making it too loud. Desperation also. The same way, Mahama needs to come back and apologize for endorsing violence. Moment to us.
Ghana is at an important juncture in its history, and the decision that we make on 7th December is going to reflect on the future of this country. A member of the New Patriotic Party, a friend of mine and a former colleague MP, said, it's not Ghana that needs change. He says it's change that needs Ghana. Change is calling Ghana. And that's Honorable Kennedy Ejapong. Change needs Ghana because in the last Afrobarometer survey, more than 80% of Ghanaians said that our country is going in the wrong direction. And if you are going in the wrong direction, if you are walking or you are driving and you are going in the wrong direction, what do? You change your course. And that is why on 7th December, Ghana must change course. We cannot solve the crisis in which we are with the same people who caused the crisis in the first place. Several years ago, somebody came and said, try me. The result is what we are seeing today. Today, another person has come, and he's also saying, try me. And he's saying the same things the one who has helped to put us in this ditch was saying 8 years ago. And what they say is that, if after 4 years I don't do well, change me. The youth of this country don't...
Mahama, you see, Mahama is a walking contradiction. Yes, it's true. Kennedy Japan said Ghana needs to change. He said change needs Ghana, not Ghana needs change. That is true. But the change that we are talking about, and yet the performance of Mahama that we know. We know you, Mahama, you are not a change. You are a repeating of a failed leader. You just want to come and repeat, and the incompetency that you showed to every Ghanaian when we gave you the chance. When we talk about change, change is Dr. Mahama Dubaumia. When we talk about change, change is Dr. Mahama Dubaumia. Why? Let me explain to you why Dr. Alhaji Mahama Dubaumia is the change. He is the change because now every Ghanaian has Ghana ID card, authentic. He is the change because we are buying gold to support our currency in the Central Bank of Ghana. He is the change because we are going to enlance Ghanaians to invest, to become owners of our natural resources. That is why he's the change. That is why he is the change. He is the change because finally, yenye leader or say, team, he is going to use it to produce energy. That is what we call change. More than to buy fuel, gas, and other things to produce energy. So Mahama Dubaumia is true, he is the change. You are the past. Mahama, you are the past. We know you. You are not a new face. We know that during your time, the growth rate was negative. Agriculture grew negative under your time. Our education system break down under your time. Our financial institutions, our financial sector break down. People were not able to withdraw their monies from bank. We know you really better. We know you well, Mahama, because people's salary, teachers' salaries were not paid under your time. We know you very well, Mahama, because you sat down and you allowed about 50,000 Chinese to invade Ghana and became there. And they became the promoters of Galamsey. And then the Nama Ghana Yensu say it was under your time that all Chinese men came to Ghana and started mechanic Galamsey. We know you very well. It is only a fool, only stupid man that would think, say, this face, that face that you are seeing on my screen, is a face that is coming to do something that will change our fortunes. Mahama, you cannot change the country. You don't have what it takes to change a country. So Mahama said he's the one coming to change Ghana. Mr. Man, 441, you too, you have a social media. Go there, on your camera and talk sense, because you said that you're a wise man. You said that we are talking shit here. Go and on your camera and tell the senses that you have to your people. I'm talking about what I know, and I know that is right. Mahama ni yenim no. Yeni Mahama, the doomsome man. Yeni Mahama, nipa obedi Ghana maya konya. Na the patro oil and ne wo ye man mu ye di dia ne ko wuram susu because of chrono. Yeni mo eba scandal. Utimi koto plane, ama di plane to so. President ya utimi ji bribe wa timi kwaji Ford ka ho. Why? President ya timi so say waje bribe pen. Na no so abaye ntokwa. Unhu de onka. Who don't know you, Mahama, and you think that you can be changed, and you think that the youth in this country are waiting for you. we all know that the global economic situation is completely destroyed everywhere that you go. Now, I will play another video of Mahama or America country Ghana for or country we say man saying I say COVID. I'm African country say brepa. But and I'm say onim say NDC for more jiminti obeto mo Ghana no asesa na no. Na mo boni say yeah Mahama. Momento aso. Forget about that, Mahama. You are not the change. You are not the new face of Ghana's development. You can do nothing better for us. If you could do something better, you would have done it before. Even the fundamentals of developing a country, you were not able to put them down. You came in just to build your family. You came in just to steal for your family. You came in just to enrich yourself. In fact, Jenny John Rawlings told me that Mahama is the most corrupt ever leader, a president that Ghana has ever had.
We have 4 years to waste. The youth of this country are in a hurry to create the opportunities that will make them live a dignified life. They're not going to try somebody and after 4 years decide whether you should continue. The youth of this country want an experienced hand. They want a safe pair of hands. They want a hand that they have seen do it before to come back and take this country and rescue us from the mess in which we have been dumped by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government.
John Mahama is saying that Yehudi Oye experienced president. What kind of experience did we saw in what is the experience that this man said he brought that we saw? All is negative. Everything about Mahama's administration in 2012 to 2016 was chaos. It's chaos. It was chaotic. The same person who told Ghanaians in 2016 said 4 years is not enough for a president to develop or to do something good for his country is today standing here telling you, say, he is going to stabilize everything in 4 years. Not a Jimmy for Musuma JD. When you are in power, you say the truth. When you are in opposition, you lie and lie and lie and match that people will trust you. But the shortest form, the short memory association, Ghana for your freedom, we have developed our minds. We have become better than what you thought we were. Mahama is not the new face of Ghana. Mahama cannot be. Because we know about Wyoming, we know about Dr. Dufour, Dr. What is the name? I don't remember the name, but we know about Collins Dowda, we know about Sagreme, we know about Airbus scandal, we know a lot about you. We know about how you spend Ghana's money uselessly. You know how you went out to borrow monies and those monies were spent differently. Momento asomeba.
My brothers and sisters, it is not going to be easy. The more I look at the figures, the more I look at our situation, it is even worse than what this government is telling us. It's going to take a lot of hard work. And as has been said, one person alone cannot do it. We would need the cooperation of the whole country to be able to lift Ghana back on its feet again. I've been out of government for almost 8 years now. I did my best. I wouldn't say things were perfect, but at least we're making progress. What I can promise you is that I will be truthful to you. I will never tell you lies. I will never tell you things that I can't do. The problem with this country is that our policies are based on the short cycle of winning elections every 4 years. And we are not creating the foundation for this economy to take off. And so, we're not making you promises. I'm promising you that I'll work hard day and night to make sure that we reset the fortunes of this country. 4 years of a good leader will make more impact than 8 years of a dishonest leader.
Mahama, well, yeah. Well, Ghana for Muhyo. Look at the faces of these people before I talk about Mahama. What comes into your mind when you see these people almost on Kania? Abusia, me say uhum krofo we ya en Kania esisi omutisu ya de ben ene ba utim. You see, we are talking. Mahama kneeled himself on the cross. Ono ankasa de ne ho asensen cross no so. You were talking about being honest to the people, and at the same time, you are lying to the people. Mwako sisan krofu we so mo megina ho nso ankane ase dum so wo Ghana. I will be honest to you. And at the same moment, you are lying to the people. I'm not going to lie to you because I'm not a responsible man. So I cannot promise you. Because I know that I will fail you if I promise you, I'm not going to promise you. Because I know that I'm not a man of myself, of my word, I'm not going to promise you. Because I know I'm constantly inconsistent, I cannot put my hand on fire on my own words. That is simple as ABC. That is what John Dramani Mahama wanted to tell Ghanaians. Indirectly. Because me and Kasamadiki and Kachira say, mean to me for 4 years in year Juma Titro be mamo. Intermin to me promotion because that 4 years is short for me because I have to go to honeymoon. Because I have to fly Lodina, some journalists to Europe. Into me Nesika and find dear SNF Fatamamo. I'm going to be honest to you, but at the same time, I will create impression say there is doom so. I'm going to be honest with you, but man kwasi sam kwasi afoma mienu we abegina wo say omon so ankane a na me ma omon 50 Ghana na yemfa nkire Ghana for say dum so e wo Ghana Jimmy ma afo mienu en kwasi afo mienu ene kwasi papa we ogina omon nche. Were you in Ghana from 2012 to 2016? Did you see actually what we meant by doom so? Where Ghana for, I think in one way or the other, say maybe ya Mahama pa nanka moto abama mi 2024 way election way ya nanka me be president ya. Hey, I swear to my God, say nka me wiaga neskanyina. I will make sure I will collapse every financial sector. I will rob everything because we are more. Se utimi ko gyina Ghana abatoɔ nkrataa mu paa do nsa kosi abaso sɛ wo to aba ɛde ama NDC amanyokuo, especially a leader called Mahama yenim no dada. Minya bibi hawo. Bibi ehawo. Wadwene mu ɛna hɔ kama. Say Dumsom ni Ghana na yasesa nkwasiafo de omo free temane hwan ne hwan abegu temale so omo meso ankane a emfa nkyere Ghana fo ni wiase amansan se Dumso o Ghana na at the same time say nipa ni gina kan kyerɛ sɛ ono no oba obeye honest to we Ghanaians. Se wo se oman no ya tete apro ase no apansam no amana ye basa na ye ma omena na obeye agenkwa, but at the same time no untumi nka de wo pese wo ba obetumi aye de amayen na me gina na me bo me nsam. Nelson Mandela ka asem bi Nelson Mandela ono ane ka na asem bi o say anybody who changes his thought basing on the people that he's talking with is someone that you cannot trust, and that person cannot be a leader. Mahama yetumi nya adaje so camera si na nim bisa ne se papa nti wo betumi aye yaje nkwa amaye o si da bi menye mo aje nkwa ono ankasa na numuton, but still some fools in the society will pretend say Mahama brana beji yen me yapanyini someone akuno me mo akwaba sa nso na social media oman me mo akwaba Igbo Junction wonso me mo akwaba abusua enche me de link no beto momna na any discuss about Mahama's speech of yesterday.
It's not about how long you serve. It is about how well you serve. It's not about 8 years or 4 years. It is about hard work. It is about truth. It is about trust. And it is about doing the things that will create a future for our young people. And that is why the NDC is calling on you on 7th December to do your duty to your God and country so that we can turn this nation around. This government is living in an illusion. They are living in a dream world. They are living in a fantasy world. Because if you are not living in an illusion, when people are hungry, how can you tell them they are satisfied? Puma and the Nyale.
Abusian for Mahama Sigana for comedy wo. Omunya djuma anye. MPP aban mamo illusion se Ghana bibia boko. Mpacha mo kai se Ghana for ekobisa Mahama se omupa adwuma ya oka kire omo se onye magician no na wapa adwuma ma amanfo no mo ka se Mahama ka kire Ghana for se ono no onye magician na wapa adwuma ma na watimi edi sika ato bottom mo ka se Mahama na pointi ba akoso ka kire Ghana for se kom de na wapa adwuma ya usora no pa fa sekan na kotwa ehaban ebegu ka akwan chen na wona woyɛ mmoa ato. Moka asa Mahama na another minister e kan kire Ghana for say woni adwuma ya fa bokiti na ko wuram na kwasesa abo every day. By a month you can make 2 trips of Samiakao na waton. That time there were no global crisis. That time there were no difficulties in the world economy. That time you needed only and only and exclusively prudent management of economy to be well. And a sister Diana Ekano. Okay, pa. And I'm short memory association in Jimmy Adokro some of Ghanaians. Yempe TVET. Yempe free education. Yempe one district, one factory. Yempe agenda 111. Yempe Ghana card. Yempe credit score line. Yempe backing the CD with gold. Yempe gold for oil policy. Yempe solar panel, solar energy system in the country. Yempe the land title. Ebema asasisem any krono boy ekoso Ghana na yempe. Yempe sebio the pension for farmers scheme yempe. The year party any nkwasiake kan. The year party any emotional speech like this. The year party any say ye can say emotionally a touchable but factually a senseless. Nyansa kasa yempe biatie eno no eha ya adwen ye ne yepagimisem na tie na yaboyensem ye pebrofo na tie ko so ne ndi sini kasa obeka nchiro se wote brofo ana jeje na je mensan ka yempe one district one dam the northern region yempe sebe tumi adon no bae all that season yempe ye de yempe nkwasiasem na tie jimi sem nkwasiake kan things that not make sense emotional de ewura wakumbam ye de ewura wadwenem ye jimi rough ha. So this is the launching of the campaign. This is the message that is coming from the campaign. Philip Tabi Mwakwaba. We don't want sensible things. We don't want factual, fact and figure issues. Yeah, promotion. Can the better yakoma so? And yet the better ya dream. Because you know your Jimmy, your kasa by heart and you by brain. So I'm going to count yes you by heart, no. As they say, you would do wakoma ne kasa. She said, "What Jimmy?" What they had to us.
And then Yelly, Takum Malma, Takanti Yelmana, and Teria. Then we can feel the pangs of hunger, and yet this government tells us we are satisfied, and that never in Akufo-Addo's government have people gone hungry.
John Mahama is really confused and he's confusing Ghanaians too, some Ghanaians. Nana do aban nyina ba bianca say ahokyere ni Ghana. In fact, Nana do aban kama obi atre ho asese ahokyere ewo Ghana. But there is difference between ahokyere and ekom. Ghana for muntie me yo. This man we met me debate no. Ye can come any ahokyere. There is difference. Ekom any bini 1983. Ekom any se ukita sika na aduane no kora wunya bi na waye dan na wato. Ahokyere ne se aduane ne bi wo ho na mmom no bi anane bo na eden na ebia ye nipa ni nyina ene betumi ato aduane dodo a onpese omontondi. Ene na efre na ahokyere. Ghana maimu since 19 kwajo June July the year papanom efre no ene sen kita wonsa bosome Mahama di nti a yefre June July kita wonsa Come and answer this. His Excellency, DNT June, July, your friend kita wonsa bosume. Ghana for Momo and Amedia Assembly a year Jimmy some. Someone Akuno, bring up on you, what I'm talking about, you leave it. That time you were a young guy. Kita wonsa bosume no adentia June, July, especially, and I friend sir. Because that June, July no. So when ye Ghana Mamuno say enam say ye seasonal farming working. Now mom mechanic farming system untino. Dry period no. Yentumi enyan no bayeno. So we have to wait till June, July, early June, early May, and so no sha to ton keten na ye dua ne ma no. Enti ebedru June, July no. Na the ye dua the other year no asa. So we have to wait to harvest again. So every June, July in the history of Ghana, it has been difficult for people to find food to eat. Nana do aban we nkwa na ne breso June, July yente kom na yete sa ade na ne boa yeden adentia, because planting for food is working. The warehouse system is working. One district, one village, one dam in the northern region is working. So the availability of the food are there. It is the amount that has increased. Adiana before Nanado Danko Kufuada Abresono. Na unya bimpo na wato. Mahama aden. Na unya bi na wato. Yo sapon ye boss yo hwe free Israel. Samuel Lakuno say, was Mahama distributing food to every family in Ghana during his era? I question that down. And this is for now, my bamos monte hiase. Na mon pesa mo de madwene no be ebe reason no. Bra na Mahama te akunya so no. Na o chiche nnuane mamo every day or every month some magini ana. You have to answer yourself. Rather, during Mahama time, services in sikan kitinkiti bia na Ghana for mabinom through the Ghana the training college, the nursing training college, and other things. Na omunya edi support to omo ne omo abusua no. You rather took it away from them. Enti, when were you giving food to Ghanaians? Mama Rita. Okay, bibi say Mahama no che Ghana for aduane. Kofi Adu say, has Mahama ever shared food to people in his time? Mahama, is it true that June, July is considered as the one of the 2 months? Risk say, onipa ahonchire betumi abọ ma wako wi aduane. Aye traditional. Aye since ever. Now you come out to tell people, say you're going to be honest. That you'll be an honest leader. Whilst you are telling people that you're going to be honest, you are at the same time lying to the people. What kind of contradiction and inconsistency is this? Papa, oh dear.
The statistics clearly show that 8 million of our citizens last year in 2023 went 24 hours without food because they couldn't afford to buy food. Meanwhile, the statistics tell us that almost 2 million of our young people are sitting at home. They are not in school, they are not in education, they are not in training, and they are not in employment. They are just sitting at home idle. And most of them are still living in their parents' houses because they don't have an income to be able to start a life of their own.
Well, Mahama, if a survey has come out and proved, say, data we are obubosu nokra. What does it tell you Ghanaians? Actually, I will say, Senke Mahama na tia konya so na, enka that 2 million youth no, nke benya beyes about 4 million, 5 million. Bisamisa dentia. Bisamisa dentia. Because during Mahama time, we were not having that TVET, free access to learn a professional job. Now you need to. During your time, nkura no be ko school a just ye tue sika ansa na ye tumia ko school. During your time, Mahama, when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo came in power, he met 2014, 2015, and 2016 nursing trainers at home. Now, yeah, deploy almost munkoye juma. Apart from that, proud to that, there were teachers between 215 and 216 now mutifia no munya jumaye. Proud to that. Other many young guys were not able to go to school because their parents were not having money to pay admission fee. So Mahama, don't go in this lane. You can fool only the fools. Because the fact is, say, difficulties you want minum no doesn't mean say we should vote for you. Because we know additional effort to abound with yaye. I higher, superior than what you did. And even if there are difficulties, if it was your time, and this time would have been worse. Also, no correct na isisi so. Because he knew say people will criticize him of what he's saying. Ajuma Ben and John Dramani Mahama or the bar Ghana, Emma Ghana for so munya, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Aguno. Kama yentie, Bobby Dean. Employment Ben na Mahama kreti ya, Nana Addo ba ya waguno. Aha. Agnes Techi or say 4 years is enough. Is 4 years enough to get government policies through? Come on, answer. 2016 we say 4 years is short. 2024 we say it is better than 8 years. Jimmy. Jimmy Nkwa. And this in the page so asia atemudie Nkwa. He will never say something sensible because Jimmy no adokro. Diana Pia Michel, Narido Nyako Michel, Crementa Japan Michel, Solomon Jackson, Kinsley Oti Kwabena Bright, Sir Albert, Ajiman Ike, Richard Ade, Nana Kofi Adusei, and more. Michache Munina. Ajuma Ben na Mahama kreti ni wagana maimu abangwe baye waguno. Ajumayefo Ben na Mahama di omo ewura Ghana aban enyuma mu a abanwe baye wasake won. Policies Ben na Mahama de baye na ebuama mmofra enkwada enya ajumaye ewo private sector abanwe baye waguno. Mahama na okasa na wankasa gina oka kire Ghana for say enipa na omu free school mu ba abonten no, they don't have the qualification to satisfy the demand from the factories. Enti adwuma ni Ghana. Ena na anado say, sa na tie dia, I'm creating a TVET ebe empower the people to have a professional job to do. Mahama is a liar, inconsistently inconsistent, and every thief, every liar is a thief. In fact, Okwaji Ford bride. Timeji Bokrono to the point he said, Ford, common Ford wheel. Ford, Utimeji brab as a Ford, as a sitting president. Krononkwa. Mahama lies is more dangerous than HIV and COVID-19 put together. I'm concord with you. Mentor.
The statistics tell us that unemployment has risen from just above 8% in 2016 to 14.7%. And yet, they say things have never been this better. And they have the audacity to compare themselves to our first president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. How can you compare this useless government that has led Ghana into such crisis to the government of Kwame Nkrumah?
Abuja, this is what really pissed me off. This is what really pissed me off. Wow, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as a former president, sat on podium and called another government useless. Me can't this if one tears here. Papa we are violent. I now understood why all the people that talk, communicators that talk for the NDC are so harsh. Because the leader himself is a harsh. He's a garbage when it comes to expressing yourself. He don't respect people. This man is an arrogant. He don't give dignity to people. Now, me say, Mahama's idea of governance, jungle style, 1940s style, 1960s style, Adentia. Mahama jina hoyi, onimu se, otise Kwame Nkrumah. This man don't know even his value as a person. Papa we ojina hoyi, onim ne value. Papa we ojina hoyi, onim say he has the same honorable position as that one of Kwame Nkrumah. Now, me say, today as we are, after 60 years of governance, by different parties and by different leaders, Mahama want to tell us, he said, there has not been any president better or more efficient than Kwame Nkrumah. Na say ye yare. Na say ye na yete o man num no. Ye yare. Na say wona obedi anim no. Mo yare. Mo nye papa. Now they say all the leaders that we had after Nkrumah no, munyina additional to even Akufo-Addo, munyina mo yare. Bibi ha madwene. Na say munni munyansa, especially you Mahama, because Nana Danko Akufo-Addo government has been bold to say he has performed better than Kwame Nkrumah. And me, I believe and I know, say, Nanado has worked very hard. And for that matter, I can say, in terms of governance and development plans, Nanado has worked more than every government that we have ever had in the history of Ghana. And Kwame Nkrumah is part of them. And I like the energy that the MPP leaders are able to say it so. What I did not like about Napo is how he put the sentence, Monfamo Kwame Nkrumah. That is what I did not like. But the fact is that Nanado has performed better than Kwame Nkrumah. It is obvious. It mimiti Mahama Hoyao. Me didn't Hoyao pa. Say, etitisem no, enkurasisem no, ntotrasem no, afanu sem no. Yedi eti na esisa nso ya nananom de omuti na esisa nso enti ye ma ye ma ento aso esisa nso omfo omunti nso ansuo no eno ana da so Mahama tim adwene na ya kicked. Say you cannot compare your competence as a president of a country in the 20th century to somebody who came and lead a country where we were about 5 million population. Hey, Mahama, when you don't even know that you are equal to Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah have another type of legacy, different from the governance of the country, which is the fact of liberation, independence, coalition of other African nations to create the African, what they call the AU or the UA. But in terms of governance and development agenda in the country where he was chosen as the leader, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done a lot. Enti Mahama, what Napo said is factually true in terms of governance and development agenda and a way to move the country forward. But the way that he put the sentence is what I don't like. Monfamo Kwame Nkrumah, because Kwame Nkrumah is a legend and he's somebody for all of us. That is only what I don't agree. But for the rest, the Okomfuano to Nsawam Road, it is bigger than Tema Highway. Sa ayi ofren dam na akosombo dam no eye Gudgisberg no me see you. Sikana ekita Kwame Nkrumah no senkomani da former nka utimi develop Ghana to become like Egypt, Morocco and Tunisia. And so now they hear other stars. So Mahama, value yourself as a president and be ashamed of yourself who said after 60 years of Kwame Nkrumah, you had the opportunity to come and serve. You see, 1957, you came to be a leader at 20th century and the New World. And you cannot compare your competence to somebody who ruled under Bajimimbere. It is a shame. You should not be proud of this. You should not be proud of this. This is a shame. So this confirms me that you're incompetent, Ampa. This confirms me that you find yourself to be a president by chance, by lucky, by unfortunes of someone else, which is President Atafi females. This is a shame. Don't repeat this sentence on every podium again. It is a shame. If someone is a little bit intelligent, we understand that you're talking about bullshit and it should not be considered. You go consider it, you are underestimating yourself as a former president. What a shame. Hey, Mahama. Enti, Kwame Nkrumah bedi akonya 60 years yechi, ena wunya akwanya bedi akonya, na yefiri abajimi bremu, aba nimdia bremu no. Wantumi anye bi papa bia ansene Kwame Nkrumah. And you want others to be full like, oh, Monfanchem. KKK, Memoakwaba. And you want others to see themselves as you. No. Hey, some people have the man, and we talk sense. We talk sense. And people for no mugu parliament, only politicians, no more people, amanyuko no washiano. Omo mebo degree in ewa manonio. Some were grown up in Europe, in America, in other Western world. And these former parliamentarians na bebrenano. Last hour, and on about degree, so they have not seen development countries before. They have not seen development going on before. They have not seen initiatives and policies put down to make sure, say, changes will come in people's lives and surrounding. Momento aso, Mami Rita, Michelle.
The statistics again tell us that things are not well with this country. All the statistics. For a government that said it was going to come with an economic wizard, an economic guru, and that is the reason why he was being brought to stabilize the economy, stabilize the currency. To take the cedi from 4 cedis to 16 cedis and tell us that, clap for us, we've done well. If such a government is not living in an illusion, what else is an illusion?
John Mahama is a confused man because you took 1 cedi to $1 and you push it by your own word from 1 cedi to 3 cedi to 4 cedi, which is 300%. There were no COVID. There were no shocks, extraordinary shocks to Ghana's economy. You did that 300% increment in a period of 8 years. Nanadu came in from €4, from 4 cedi to $1. Amanakwa kudru ene 16 cedi per $1. It is also the same 300% increment. But in this, we are talking about the period of COVID. Euro, the almighty currency. We are seeing the strongest economic countries use Italy, Belgium, Holland, Germany, France, and other things. Dollar boom. Who are you as a Ghana city to pretend to say the euro will not, the city will not frustrate you? This man will come to Ghana and think say Ghana for more Jimmy to tell us this. But Okodura Bruchira will say the world economy and especially that one of Africa has grabbed because of COVID-19. Until to announce you and this. Now you say Mahama Efa wow Mahama is fooling you. Because in some way, Jimmy, Mubom some would have no understanding. Mahama is making jokes on you guys because you say, "My no actually, we have more. You can't question someone amudi actually." Sorry, Mahama is fooling you guys because on him say, "Modie, you can't Jimmy Sembia Mobeto." Until he talked by heart because him said, and no na yemo common praise ya mubetimi meeting mo. Until ene obia wetimi afa dollar from 1 to 1 e dey akọ 4. Abra na wi ase ba bia ye cool. You are out there today trying to complain about someone or no, even though through the COVID, based on percentage wide, onu nyina aye ne pe. Still ano ogusu a manage. Last year 2002 we went higher and he dropped it down, which means this year too it is going to happen. They will drop it down. Mahama, during your time, yantu cement man soda, yantu petrol man soda, dollar and cost and say I'm a formula because of say you create loot, you create problems, and you have no solutions. That time, the global economy was perfect. Every country in the world was performing, except yours, because of your incompetency.
For a government that has taken inflation as far as 54%, and it is currently still above 20%.
Yes, this is a great achievement, Mahama. What was all cry on one? What was a Mahama cry can I say a government that has taken inflation from 54 or 52% down to I think 20 or something percent. How were them able to do it? Because the inflation I besi wa Ghana no na e happen wa brochire ha. Ghana is imported goods dependence. And inflation na hiti abrofo no wa ha no. It came to Ghana double because at the end of beton higher inflation I hiti na wa halada no. Udi duru Ghana is the inflation over inflation. Na munim bibi ma men ka asem nkyerem. Che enye time nka meka. But what them mente ho nkyerem. Eniema ne bebraye to ne wo Ghana no. Bogus na omoto eniema ne free abrochire e de ba Ghana no. Bebre no num nyansa enti no they buy inflation from abrochire and they bring it to Ghana and add another inflation. Ma me church mu biem. Bebre no koto eniema no free stores, which is end price, last consumer. Bogus no bebre eye business, but they don't know business. Omono toton no ena bebre ne ye. So you know what they do? They go to the supermarket, they go to the store so sa price no obenya no store so no eye finished priced to last consumer. There will B2B and B2C. B2B is a business to business. A deal, and it's different. The prices are lower. B2C, from business to consumer, the price is high, plus VAT. And most of the burgers now, motor near different brochire eba Ghana no. Omo B2C business. Ti omo koto free stores in supermarket ya. Price ni full adenti VAT ka ho. Kuro no omoto niam na free so dia ba Ghana no. Sa kuro no VAT e ka ho. Tiemiye, kuro no VAT e ka ho. Taxes ahodo aban de gu niam so e ka ho. Additional price a producer edeka niam no ho. So betuma twia na dwuma ye foka e ka ho. Plus the cost of the raw material that was used to transform to a finished product. Na ya so ani nyina ate sem kwasiafo na di fira brochire na de abegu Ghana mangu. Na ya ba beton e de ye income asan ato so. Because Ghana fo bebre na omo de nyama ba Ghana no. Omo nnimu se ɔmo betumi abie company wɔ aburokyire ha na ɔmo ne aborɔfo na yɛ B2B business direct me ba wɔ hɔ me beto no VAT no taxes only the cost of the product na ma so ade kɔ Ghana into Ghana inflation is something that had the effect from the Europe countries, Turkey and other places. But another they were able to redraw it from 50, which was the massive period, to 20, still working on to reduce it more. Mahama obreso niema kɔ n'anim a ɛhɔ na ɛka. Yes, and I Richard Appiah Kano. I see in UK, there has been kings and queens, but now they say that Queen Elizabeth and the second is the best. Queen Elizabeth II is the best queen ever in UK history. So nobody can tell me Kwame Nkrumah better than Akufo-Addo now way. Now cannot. The fact is that Kwame Nkrumah was the first, but it doesn't make him the best, the better forever. No. People can come and they can perform better. Let's put that one aside. The inflation issue, no. Mahama, obreso, ekwa na ekonanim. Dollar to CD rate, ekwa na ekonanim. It never come down. Price of cement, ekwa na ekonanim. Petrol price, ekwa, kwa na eko. What are you talking about? Momento ado.
To tell us that we should clap for them because they've done well. If they are not living in an illusion, then I don't know what an illusion is. But that is the beauty of democracy. It gives us the opportunity every 4 years to make a change. And the time has come for us to make that change. The time has come for us to reset Ghana. And I believe that 4 years is enough to do the reset of Ghana. We will reset this country so that future generations can come and build on that foundation. Our intention is to ameliorate the damage that has been done. We all saw what happened in the banking sector clean-out. The indigenous capital of Ghanaians in our banking sector was wiped away with one very reckless decision. And so today, most of our people who are working in the banking sector for these banks are today unemployed. And I'm sure there are some of them here. Today, some of them are Uber drivers, some are bakers, some are even driving Aboboya and Mahama Kambu. The time has come for us to make a change. And I've said when we come, we will restore. For those who unjustifiably had their banking licenses withdrawn, we shall restore their licenses to them.
Another bombshell. Mahama is even denigrated. Oh, Papa Way. This man is an arrogant. Papa Way. I don't know if you understand the senses that he wanted to put out. Wadi on our year pano atem. Drivers wadi omo atem. Mahama di Aboboya afọ atem, wadi pano fo atem, wadi drivers atem, wadi trotro fo atem, wadi Uber fo atem. Because binuma no omo ye accountant, omo ye adwuma wo bankim, omo ye sa adwuma na emfata wo. Because sa adwuma na obobo odin ni ye adwuma bi a so nem faso. Hey. They don't deserve to do that job. Until wow, yes, Mahama Bobo Dino. To him, no, you are a lower class. You have no sense in the country. Papa we pan and why not train his speech, man? Abra na na do dam ko kufu Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Esisa kaya ye fompo empower on value or respect your more as a people or support to a mono. Na kwasiampanyin way, John Mahama, ejina podium so. Did you want to panel Uber drivers? Any put a trotron, a bobo yana Mahama can go drivers. Oh, did you want them? Because bank work, bebre sukura bona susu, and no mukwa about the kwaji. Bebre na o come asem no. Many of them were going around to collect susu from the market, from the houses of people. Now, number wiem. Some kwasi ejuma na etu omo ka be say 600 Ghana cedis no. Mahama want to tell us say it is better than people no more yet professional job to say bakery. Nipa bi ma omo ye professional job to say taxi, Uber, and na asefo. How dare you? Who makes you think like that? Who told you that nipa omo ye say nyuma na wo kan no omo ye useless in the society? Abusu am the link na to ultimate join it. They discussing Mahama together. Yento ado. Yeah, on a more serious note, proud to that. The banking sector issue Mahama de aba monokura na ndwame. Because me be ma utie me. Papa we ya o kasai. Enimu say banks na o kan ho asem yengu omu ye kan omu nyina bom. Because nipa dodo no na omo ne akande se obatumi aye bank nti enameno sunti anasa bio wodi usika koto bank o Ghana ukwa akoyi a yesi enye sika ma no enam se na omo ne akande o so omo mfanye bank adwuma papa ye okasa ya esai ma bank fo no sika empremiensa senka problems na wo banking sector ho no enka omo ntumi ye den ensolve nanka amanfo sika nanka banking sector no enye kama na omunye adwuma papa yi ma omu sika mprensa sa nkrofo en dis kan ma omu no bebre di sika no bebre di kototo nsase bebre di kototo ajapade wa amanone bebre di koye different investment ya na emfa banking ho every day na banking sector no problems mo kai ma me na okoso okoyi ni sika wo banka na police fo ebo no mokai ma me na okoyi ono ankasa ni sika free banka na police fo ebo no. That was the situation that Mahama supervised the banking sector up to. Enti John Dramani Mahama ekano eyentro nkontompo na ada ene abosire muka because sajuma na kenofori ataye ye no ono no Mahama no edi kan ma bankers no sika 3 times senko mu enkura bibia omugye na omodi mokai esel ato Capital Bank mokai no. These are the people that we are talking about. Ya mausika say wo problem of bank gina fa solve no na wadi or the atonsase ebrum the top properties obi de kura de koye Galamsey o Zimbabwe awurade jawe ebinum de koye Galamsey e wo Zimbabwe abere se first can solve problem wo bank ho ye de chekwa na ene waba begina ho se oba obema mo lances say yo ena omokoto aba kwasiampanyin kwakubu an ko gina Galamsey site say omonto aba Mahama na Mahama boba mo mai Galamsey eno achi no omosan begina ho kase Akufo-Addo ena ma Galamsey ekoso Ghana man. These people are inconsistent. They are liars, they are thieves, and they are dishonest people. Abusia me the link now to mutimi bowrem
so that we can create more employment for our people. The debt restructuring has given people haircuts, and that's what Nana was talking about. Today, the savings of our middle class has been eroded because of the debt restructuring. Our pensioners, and I'm sure there are some of the pensioners here, your provident fund that you used to buy bonds and other things in order that when you go on pension, you'll be able to buy your medication and be able to look after yourself. Today, this government has endangered your future. Many might not live long because they cannot afford to buy medicines. And this government does not deserve 1 day longer. But our constitution says they still have 5 months to go. But come December, we must take the decision that will change the trajectory of our country. The world is waiting for a signal. Ghana is waiting for a signal. Investors are all holding on because they want to see what will happen in Ghana. We must take a decision on 7th December that shows the world that we're serious people and that we know that our country needs a turnaround. And so 7th December, let us all make sure we come out in our numbers and we vote so that we move this government out. Let us not lose hope. Let us have hope, because I can assure you that the next NDC government is a government that will restore hope and create opportunities for our young people. NDC has the men and the women. And it's not like what the MPP said, we have the men. And we didn't know they were area boys. NDC has capable men and women who are capable of turning our fortunes around. And our first priority is going to be job creation, so that we can create jobs for the teeming youth of this country. And that is why I'm proposing the 24-hour economic policy. The policy is going to be linked with aggressive food production and modernization of our agriculture. And that's why I'm saying in every district we're going to create farmer service centers. We will bring the tractors, the planters, the plows, the seeds, the fertilizer. And if you're a farmer, you must register with the center. And at the beginning of the farming season, we'll give you all the inputs that you need so that you can produce your crops. And when you have sold your crops, you come back and pay for the inputs that you have been given. The 24-hour economy is going to be linked to an accelerated export development program.
Governments all over the world.
We're going to create agro-processing zones. And we're going to create a new class of agribusiness people. And so all you young people will be encouraged to go into agro-processing. You can buy the food of the farmers, you can process it, package it nicely, either for domestic consumption or for export. And there's going to be an accelerated export development program of which I, the president, will be the chairman.
I was young for assembly be having PC between 24-hour economy. Mokai Sada. Mokai, confirm. This man is planning on how he can steal Ghana's money. They'll say, apart from being the president, he wants to be the chairman of the acceleration exportation of Ghana made in Ghana product in exportation of made in Ghana product. How can this be, Papa? How come? Now, Mahama say, Nanado Danko Kufuado, and I say Ghana economy. Pearson whisper. You was so ye na tie. Sister Diana, me bo video we pe mefrɛ. Wa openso no utime krekele nke na me de ato ho no na wawuram. Na me no nyina ya discuss John Mahama. Munti asema Mahama kan me be bo video na akire mo. When he met a nipa onim so omoani afiri, omoni munyansa ontumi nintro enchire won. Listen to what he said. Then we come back and we keep on talking. Muntie.
For African governments to take action to shield their population. Like governments all over the world, it became necessary for African governments to take action to shield their populations from the effects of the epidemic. This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures. This has
Abusia Moti Asema papa we kai Moti Ose Amaya hodo Hey papa we pa we Ghana ni pa na utimi kojina so okoto aba papa we ya you will need to suffer under his governance. Hano wa brochire or America. The Americans will tell you say they are also suffering from COVID. But because he came to Ghana and knew say kwasi ampanyi ni biti say whispering kwasi person whispers where jiminti or kan kwasi asem obeji adi nti o say akufo ade na say Ghana man but okwa abrochire no listen to what he say we asia mansan nyina akwa ahohiahia enipa bebre apam omo afiri adwuma mu supply change asay ama aban ahodo aspendi sika na omo nanwene ho mpo so say omo be yeden omo be spende abrofo anim na okasa asem no osikani kwadwo kwache mu akwa aba abrofo anim oka nokore but obejina whispering person Jimmy Ghana ni o say whispering person just what Jimmy ebojina wanima no aka just Akufo Addo has devastated Ghana's economy now obo wonsem kurasini muntie Mahama biem me bo video we bo wi a utumi frɛ esim sanso na utumi eba through the link na waka wasem but mba amomnye ne shows because Mahama video no wa pese me mo ni nyina na yensmanto the inconsistent liars of John Dramani Mahama. Momentie.
devastated many African economies and sank them deeper into unsustainable debt and economic downturn expenditures. This has, like governments all over the world, it became necessary for African governments to take action to shield their populations from the effects of the epidemic. This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures.
What year? Increase of
This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures.
This make it increase deficit. You can't what you say. We papa we na account. Papa we ya ono na ekasa. And this phone kwasiafo Jimmy fu mu wa mu metie Mahama. Finally he's talking sense. Because baby I know ojina okasa no obu won. Babia na papa we gina okasa no nipa na no mu gina nanim omu tie no na obu won the media space ya na onim sa asem na oka no ebeko no na obu won entine oka no kure actually what is happening in the world eho ena obegbo amane se enam ahokyere a COVID de ba yenti no amanya hodo especially the African countries omoka omode amamfo no ebeye havia ebeye dodo enam se na obia nim se asema enti se ebesi won se odwene se Ghana fo ye nkwasiafo won se papa we dwene se Ghana fo ye jimijimi One was a papa we doing say we Ghana ni a we aboa woni mu nyansa adwene ni utim. One was a papa we doing say after 8 years or say money papa from na power onwene wo nkoso ho. Enti odi ntro e kirew. Ye kan mo se mayenka kwakubu aten eni osikani me amakwa aba momento aso.
This has devastated many African economies and sank them deeper into unsustainable debt and economic downturn.
What the Brofuna Mahama can no? And this if way more. A Jimmy Fue more. And Quasiafua Kuo more. Samate. the COVID pandemic has devastated. You can't devastate it. It has devastated an African economist. Non-economist. It has devastated. Just say, abubu Africa, amanya hodo omusika sem, abubu no, aseno, including his own. This man is a thief, a liar, and a dishonest man. Oyemi papa enkamepe because we di Ghana president pay. But ye kese ye putu